Hi Red Class and welcome back to another week of home learning. Now this week we are going to have another look at adding. Now we've done some of this already, so you might be able to remember some of what you need to do to add two groups together. Now before we start, I wonder, can you remember what the add sign looks like? If you can, hold up your arms and show me. It looks like this. It's a straight line going up and a straight line going across. That is the add sign. Let me show you on my board. A straight line down and a straight line across. That's the add sign. So we know that that means add. But we could also say plus. That means the same thing. Add and plus. And then when we are adding, we've got another special symbol and it looks like this. Can you remember what that means? It means equals, equals. And these are some of the words we are going to be using when we add groups together. Now today we're going to focus on combining two groups of objects. Now I've chosen to use my Cheerios again because I liked counting with them the other day. So I'm going to use my Cheerios, but you could use anything you have in your house. Now then, let's put my board away. Now I am going to show you two groups of objects. I'm going to point you down to my table. Here you go. Now then, I have got a white plate and a pink plate. Now I've just put a napkin on there to show that this is a pink plate. So a white plate and a pink plate. And here are my Cheerios. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Cheerios. That's what I want you to do to start with, is to get 10 objects. Now, you can pause the video and go and get 10 objects, and you can do it with me if you'd like to. Now then, I'm going to split these objects onto my two plates. So I'm going to put this many on this plate and the rest on this plate. Now let's see how many we have got. On this plate, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 objects. Let's see how many there are on this plate. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 on this plate. We've got 7 and 3. Now we need to find the total. Now the total means how many there are all together. So we've got our two separate groups, but now we're going to add them together and find the total. So let's find out what 7 add 3 equals and what the total is. Now to do that, we just need to count all of them. So I'm going to pick up all of the Cheerios on both plates and I'm going to count them onto the table. Can you help me count the total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 all together. So 7 add 3 equals 10. Now I'm going to show you what that would look like on our board. So we had 7 Cheerios on one plate, 7. And we had 3 Cheerios on the other plate. So we had 7 add 3. Now, can you remember what the add sign looks like? A straight line up and a straight line across. 7 add 3 equals, can you remember those two straight lines for the equals sign? 7 add 3 equals, how many were there all together? 10. 7 add 10 No, 7 add 3 equals 10. 7 add 3 equals 10. Now then, that is what I want you to have a go at doing today. You might ask your grown-up to put 2 groups of objects on a plate or on anything you've got in the house and see if you can count how many there are all together and find the total. Now then, if you can do that really, really well, then once you've had a go at that, you can then have a go at drawing to show your adding. Now, this is a little bit of a challenge. Now, if you still need to practice adding 2 groups together and finding the total, then carry on doing that. But if you need a challenge, then you can do our next job. So pause and either come back for the next part of the video, or you can carry on with your objects. Now then, we are going to have our challenge and have a look at how we can use drawings to show our adding. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some objects on my plates again. Now, I'm going to put 4 objects on one plate and 3 on the other plate. Here they are. I've got 4 and I've got 3. Now, to draw our adding, we just need to draw the objects. So I've got Cheerios, so I'm just going to draw my circles like Cheerios. But if you had cubes, you should just draw a square. If you had a sweet, you could draw a little sweet. But remember, when you're doing your drawings for adding, they don't need to be your best pictures ever, because you don't need to spend lots of time on them or you're going to forget your numbers. So just some nice quick drawings to help you with your adding and to represent your adding, to show your adding in drawings. So how many Cheerios did I have on my first plate? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4. Can you count with me to make sure I've got 4, just in case I count a little bit silly? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4 Cheerios. And then let's see how many I had on my pink plate. 1, 2, 3. I had 3. Can you help me count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Now, I've left a little gap because we are adding 2 groups. This is my first group and this is my second group. Now, in my first group, I've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In my second group, I've got 3. 4 and 3. Now remember that add sign, I'm going to pop that add sign in the middle. 4 add 3. Ooh. Now, who can remember how I find the total? How can I find the total of my 2 groups? Excellent. I just count all of them. So the total just means how many are there all together. So in both groups, we need to count them all. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there are 7 all together. 4 add 3 equals 7. Now at the bottom, once you've done that, you can write your whole number sentence. 4 add 3 equals 7. 4 add 3 equals 7. Now that is how you draw and represent your adding using your drawings. So if you could do the objects really well, have a go at this, because this is the next level and a little bit of a challenge. But if you need to practice objects, then keep doing that, because that just means you need a little bit more practice, and that is okay. So that is your job for today, boys and girls. Now, good luck, and I can't wait to see some pictures and maybe some videos of you doing your fantastic adding. So good luck, and I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.